It's Brandon, and today I have Ash and baby Sean with me. No Winston. We're here at Great River Bluffs State Park, Winona, Minnesota, and we are on the Kings Bluff Trail, which is going to be 0.7 miles out. Well, maybe a little longer than that, but we've got the stroller. We'll see if it'll pass the stroller test. So there's kind of the map of the park. We've got a state park adventure for you today. Hello, Jody. Welcome in, friend. Good to see ya. It's a little bit of information for you. We're off on the trail, and we're going to try to beat the rainstorm that's bringing in a cold front. Hope you're doing well today, Jody. Nice to see ya. Can't really see any views yet. You can see the storm wanting to roll in. From my understanding, we've got a couple hours, but we'll see. Woods off to our right. Maybe Shar in the stroller. She likes to be outside, so she'll probably be a pretty happy camper today. And I've got illustrative signs along the trail. Kind of some blue skies trying to poke through. A little bumpy, but just those tree roots popping up on the trail. Let's see what this sign says. Change surrounds you. Did rows of pine trees catch your eye here? The planted tree crop in an old farm field before you are clues. You may spot the rare Henslow sparrow here. Bluff top view at the end of this trail, it says. You can see the pines towering over us. Kind of another trail offshooting that direction. I see, so we're going to come up to a viewpoint before we get to the actual Kings Bluff overlook. Cool, almost like a tunnel of pines here. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. And thank you for joining us here at another Minnesota State Park. Trail's not too bad. I mean, at least it's not narrow like some of these other ones we've done with the stroller. I think ultimately it'll pass the stroller test. Happy Chickens, welcome in. How are you today? Good to see you. Thank you for joining the live. King Brake Barrel is here. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Now, we are at a Minnesota State Park today, trying to beat out a thunderstorm that's going to bring a cold front in. We're supposed to go from a high of 75 today down into the 20s tonight. So, cold front's coming in. Well, good to see you, Happy Chickens. We're glad that you decided to take the time to stop by today. Jody says, hey to Happy Chickens and King Brake Barrel. Walking through the pine trees right now. This is Great River Bluff State Park, southeastern Minnesota. Happy Chicken says hi to Jody. King Brake Barrel says hi to Jody. So we'll see. Hopefully, I don't think we're going to get caught in any rain or storms here. But we are on the Kings Bluff Trail. Cool looking area. I do have the camera in the bag just in case. But for now, it's raining right now in New York City. Okay, I gotcha. So storms are coming to everybody. So pretty there. Well, thank you, friend. Thank you, Happy Chickens. I appreciate that. I'm hoping we can get some bluff views for you to come up at some point. The wind's definitely picking up. So here we are. Kings Bluff is out there. Kings and Queens Bluff State Natural Area. So quite a few overlooks. We did see some bicyclists coming in, so, but Minnesota State Park, so $7 entry fee. Okay. Hiking club trail left and right. I believe it's this way. Very flooded in Michigan, about to hog tie my kayak on the lake. Oh wow. Yeah, we saw some flooding today in the Upper Mississippi National Wildlife Refuge, Jody, as we were driving in. There's a lot of flooding going on in that area also. That's a big, like, fishing paradise, if you will. Lots of fishing that goes on in that area. That's a good idea, though, to hog tie it on the lake. Got to keep an eye on it. Make sure it stays put. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Trail composition changed over to this grass. Pretty peaceful out here. Not very many people at the park today. I saw one other car. We're not at the main parking lot, though. But when you look up this park, Kings Bluff is one that comes up right away, so I wanted to see it, see what the viewpoint looks like. And of course, we'll see the Mississippi River also. Lots of pines. Wind definitely picking up. Ash is behind me, just pushing the stroller. How you doing, dear? Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining the live. I wonder if we're going to begin to see some of these valleys that it talks about soon. I can see where it would be through those trees there, but nothing really popping up yet. Tree knocked completely over there. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed the Ozark. What's that? Oh, the blue. I hope you guys enjoyed the Ozark National Scenic Riverway video. Pine Forest. You guys can see oaking all the way up. I always like to look up at the pines. I don't know why. It's just something I've always done. Stood in the pine forest and just looked up, and I've always been enamored by it. We haven't seen a lot of flooding right by our house, Jody, but of course that National Wildlife Refuge isn't too far away. Some of the trees are starting to finally bloom here as we head into late April now. Beautiful forest, though. Beautiful pine forest in this area. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this on camera, but there's kind of a valley that pops up through there. Yeah, it's hard to see from this angle. We'll get there. There's also, again, a state natural area that goes through here. You can see Ash pushing the stroller there. Welcome in, everyone. Make sure to like the live if you haven't. We appreciate you all stopping by and joining us on a live adventure through a Minnesota state park. Yeah, there we go. There's some blooms starting to pop up, friends. Slowly but surely. Usually by May, we really start to see it bloom. Yeah, there we go. Something. It's life. You can feel the humidity rising, so the storm's definitely gonna roll in at some point. His trail's not too bad. It was either this or John A. Latch State Park, which that features one main trail that is a lot of steps, and that would be very interesting for the stroller. So it would be carrying Charlotte up the whole way, and we'll just wait until she's a little older for that park, is the plan. So we're going to come to one overlook before we come to the King's Bluff. And Thumbelina is here. Hello, Thumbelina. Great to see you. Thank you for being here today and joining us at one of Minnesota's great state parks. Life is starting to emerge from winter here. A little bit of a hill. You guys can see just the dense pine forest that we have. Another map coming up. So they do have maps spread out pretty well on these trails, at least so that we can make sure that we're going on the right trail. So yes, pretty dense pine forest here in this park. And we'll take a look at this map up here and see what we've got going on. I believe it's going to be a left. So it says we're at this overlook. So we've done the 0.6 mile section. So now we have the 0.7 mile section to get to King's Bluff. I wonder what this question mark is. Oh, orientation. So that's the map of the park. Jody says hi to Thumbelina. But you can see the Mississippi River. We'll see it here shortly. Runs along this park. So Where? A rare landscape awaits. You can kind of see it through there. Not so well, though, with dense foliage in this area. Thank you all for liking the live. We truly appreciate that. Scientific and natural area rules. Okay. Kind of reminds me of walking on the trail at Pikes Peak in Iowa. You can start to see the valley down there a little bit. Walking through the forest to get to there. A little more rocky in this section. The trail composition keeps changing, notably. So we'll be looking out over the Mississippi River here shortly. And Grant's Faithful Journey is here. Hello there. TGIF to you, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Exploring a state park here in Minnesota today. You can see we're really on a wooded trail. Ash is up there pushing the baby. There's views that are starting to pop up of the mighty Mississippi, of which this park gets its name, Great River Bluffs. Grant says hey to Jody. Jody says hey to Grant. Somebody was cutting firewood. So this is the 0.7 mile section. You can see we're definitely up higher. Off to our left, it does go down. There's an illustrative signs that are all over the trail, so that's nice. And they have several overlooks in this park. We'll see what this says up here. And of course, your trails still look like ours here in West Virginia. Not many trees out yet. No, not yet, my friend. Usually May. You've stepped into an oak hickory woodland. One of the area's diverse habitats all around your trees are fighting for an important resource, sunlight. I can't imagine. Sunlight? I can see the overlook that we're going to come up to kind of starting to develop, because there is another bluff right in front of us there. I can just kind of tell. You know what I mean? You can kind of see where you're starting to head on the trail. Starting to bloom, starting to get a little bit of greenery, Grant. But yes, we're not there yet. I was just saying, I wish, when we were driving down here, I was like, I wish it would, look more like spring. But not yet. So far, the stroller's done okay on this trail. Surviving. Again, this is going to be an overlook up here. It's interesting, North Carolina is about a month ahead of us on tree growth, so we're probably about the same here in West Virginia compared to Minnesota. Yeah, it sounds like it. There is Ash. She's tired today. She worked last night. But she's a trooper. She wanted to get out here and still walk. She said, I don't want to stay home today. That's interesting that North Carolina's so far ahead with the tree growth. I didn't know that. A little bit of an uphill grade on this trail. Not anything crazy. Walking stroller and all. Do you not have our whole crew? Yeah, just baby Charlotte today with us. But you can kind of see we're starting to. Baby Char, Ash, and me. The three amigos today. This is probably the bumpiest part of the trail because this was rock. Earlier it was, or it is rock. Earlier it was grassy. But now that we're assumingly walking out to the edge of the bluff, it started to get a little bit rockier. Todd Saw is here, says, hey Brandon and friends. And Super Slav is here. How do I hide the chat? Should be able to push the top three, or the buttons in the top right, and it should say live chat, and you should be able to hit that. How are you today, Todd? Good to see you. Jody says hi to Todd and Super Slav. Walking a trail with a baby buggy. How awesome is that? Very. Well, thank you, Todd. We appreciate you being here. We're going to be coming up to this overlook shortly. Not something you see every day. Well, Ash and I are always up for an adventure. She worked until after 11 last night, and she still wanted to get out and walk. A supporting role. Millions of years in the making, the bluff beneath your feet is the key to diverse habitats here. Views are starting to pop up. And friends, this will be the Mississippi River that we see here at this park. Once we get to the main overlook, you can kind of see. Grant says hey to Todd. The best views are ahead of us here. Jody says nice. Other than the rocks, not too bad of a trail composition though, Todd, for the stroller. It's not been too bad. And it started out as a pine forest, and now it's kind of oak hickory. Like oak hickory woodland, like that sign said. Cool carved out tree stump. And this is a 1.3 mile one way walk to this overlook. They live near the Cabela's in Medford. I'll have to look at a map for that one, Grant. I can't think off the top of my head where that is. See, we're from Wisconsin, but we live so close to Minnesota that we venture over here pretty often. And next week's video is Chicago. So we're kind of doing a little bit of everything. Jody, do you have any Slavic genealogy research? I'm half Polak, near Owatonna. I gotcha. That's actually not too far. Southern end, yep. I gotcha now. See, we're close to the Twin Cities on the Wisconsin side. Thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate all of you. Just remember to like the live if you haven't. Just faint hints of spring, but it's not all the way here yet. You can kind of see what I'm talking about over here with kind of being able to see where we're heading. Things have yet to green up there like it has down south. Yep, you got it, Todd. Usually we see the big changes in May. You'll have to let me know if you ever come to West Virginia. Plenty of trail options here. Yeah, we would love to. Eventually, we are going to get an RV, probably next year, if things go the way that we're planning. So, West Virginia is not too far out of the realm of possibility. I've been to West Virginia, actually, Grant, but there's so much to explore there. I only had one day, or a day and a half, and I spent that at New River Gorge. A little into Poland for the Historical Society. Slav sounds interesting, haven't tried that side. Fire fuels diversity. I like that they do have these illustrative signs. But the overlook is calling Ashton my name. I see a sign up here, so we've got to be getting close. New River Gorge is exactly where I'm located. Oh, there's weird rocks on the ground in this section. Yeah, New River Gorge was beautiful. I just wish I could have seen more of it there, Grant. I did the main things. That's where country roads will take you, West Virginia. You got it, Todd. You got it, my friend. Prairie restoration. Here's a little section where I can walk out and let Ash sit for a minute. Prairie is a permanent grassland that contains many kinds of grasses and flowering plants. I'm a genealogist myself. Are you German and Irish? Are we talking about me? I definitely am German, and Irish is in my family as well. But you can see, friends, here we go. West Virginia Mountain Mama, yep. Cool views here. Not bad at all for a little step out to the side of that trail. A couple of raindrops hitting me, a little drizzle in here and there. Let's walk over this way. And this is not the main viewpoint. That features the Mississippi. But you can see the Mississippi that way. There's a view for you, friends. Again, this is near Winona, Minnesota. And you can see where we walked down from. This isn't even the main viewpoint. The mighty Mississippi is that way. Thank you for liking the live. We truly appreciate that. Will my phone turn horizontal? Oh, that's not. It won't do it in the middle of the live, but that's the best I can do for you. Cool state park here. Here, let's flip it back. Feel a couple raindrops, but nothing crazy yet. Just curious, many people have told me to try that on my hiking lives, but couldn't get it to work either. So the way that works, Grant, is you have to change the orientation of your live before you hit go live. Like, so you just turn your turn your phone, whatever. So that it's already in the horizontal frame, and then you hit go live. The only thing is, with horizontal lives on YouTube, the only problem with that, vertical lives, you get viewers from Shorts feed. So you probably aren't going to get exposed to a lot of new viewers. It'll be more of just your current subscribers. Here's baby Shar looking at me. Hi. How you doing? Pretty cool little spot. Main viewpoint is this way. Did you want to walk out there, baby? Out that way? Okay. I guess Jody doesn't want to talk about genealogy with me. Yeah, so there's a little give and take there with the orientation of your live. I don't know why they do it that way, Grant, but that's, for whatever reason, you don't get the Shorts feed. I mean, I guess I kind of understand it because you're not going to get horizontal Shorts feed, but why one and not the other, I guess, is my question. Starting to come up to the actual viewpoint. Again, this was 1.3 miles out. So, out and back. So, a total of 2.6. Ash and I have our walking legs on today. And you can kind of go both ways here. That's where we were standing prior, was down the hill that way. But there is a state natural area and a state park that runs through here. What the difference is, who knows? But it's two separate entities. Two separate locations, if you would. Starting to see some fungi. There you go, friends. Fungi popping up. Oh my goodness, a couple of flowers. I never thought I'd see the day, friends. Never thought I would see the day. A couple raindrops coming down. Turkey tail from last year, Bob Cox says. Welcome in, Bob Cox. Good to see you. From last year. Thank you for the information. Thank you for deciding to come in here, stop by. We appreciate that. A little rock on the trail. Got to be getting close to this main viewpoint now that you see on a lot of the pic of the state park. Thank you for liking the live. We appreciate you all. We haven't actually done a hiking live in a while, so we'll walk around sometimes. We've been in Milwaukee, but hiking lives, it's been a while. Now back up we go. Baby Char's still happy. Here's the view that's starting to develop on one side. Rain's starting to come down a little bit better now. A rare prairie. Few bluff prairies like this remain in Minnesota. Here you go. Go around the other side. See what we've got where we can actually see the Great River. One Take Adventures is here. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see ya. Welcome to southeastern Minnesota with us. This is Great River Bluffs State Park, Minnesota. Grant says hi to One Take. Very cool spot. I want to get around the corner here so we can actually see. I see a bench up there. Pretty Walk Tumbleweeds is here. Good to see you. How's things going, Tumbleweeds? Drawn to diversity. Pollinators love native prairies. Tumbleweed says hello, everyone. If you like heights, you should try the catwalk under the New River Gorge Bridge. So when I was there, Grants, it was winter time and it wasn't open. Storm starting to roll in. This is fun. Grant says hey to Tumbleweeds. One Take says hey to Tumbleweeds. Here comes the main overlook. They do it year-round. Really? Oh my goodness. Don't tell me that. Now I'm going to have to go back. We actually both don't love heights, Grants, but I would do it. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. This park's picturesque bluffs. Sheer rock cliffs and steep valleys provide stunning views. They do it year-round now. A mosaic of habitats, from dry cliffs to lush forests. These bluffs are filled with diversity. Down there, friends, the Mississippi. Sorry for the wind. Trying to beat a storm out here. I still haven't tried that or rafting. Yeah, it definitely gets the nerves going there, Grants. Here's the other side. There's Ash and Baby Char sitting. Beautiful spot. And this is the driftless area, or I don't even know what I was going to say, friends. The driftless area. And then over there, there's a private property sign, so that is the park limit. She loves the outdoors already at just 7 months old. I feel like I gotta get the other camera out for a minute, don't I? You like it, my dear? I know it, tumbleweeds. That's one of my next things on the list. One of my next things. I found a $20 mic set on Amazon that helps you a lot with it. Huh. I'll have to look into it. I just bought the new camera. So lately, my focus has been on trying to master that setup. Great River Bluffs State Park. I have the DCI mini mic. All the way around. Yeah, like Ash said, my birthday's coming up. So. Mississippi River. A little foggy today with the storm about to roll in. If you have an email address, I can send you the link. Yeah, it's in my description for the page for the YouTube grants, but it's travelingbrandon98@gmail. Richard Green is here. Hello, Traveling Whitcombs. Nice views. Well, thank you, friend. Welcome in. Good to see you. How was everyone today, Richard? There's the view. We're going to head back to the car, and we can drive to the end of the park road. I just want to see what's down there. Good to see you too. Much. Friend, hope all is well. Thank you. We're so happy you're here, Richard. If you would just do a thumbs up live, I would truly appreciate that. It helps push us out there with more friends. One more look at this spot. Looks so peaceful out there. Yeah, barely need to jump. Enjoy your day. Have a great one, Tumbleweeds. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Looks so peaceful. Yeah, it really is. It truly is peaceful out here. I only saw one other car. And those folks on the bicycle. It's funny, we had a conversation about the YouTube channel while I was paying the fee to come into the park. $7, like any Minnesota state park. $7 entry fee. It's one day. It's a daily pass. So there's the view on the other side. Sorry for the wind. We're on the top of the bluff. What national park is this? This is Great River Bluffs State Park in southeastern Minnesota, Richard. Thankfully, no fees in parks yet in West Virginia to enter. Yes, thankfully. I grew up in Missouri, and in the great state of Missouri, they don't have them yet either. So, yep, this is actually a state park. Although at times it has views like it could be, but probably not big enough. How are you, Richard? How are things? Stuff is just now starting to pop up and bloom here. Just barely. Richard says hey to Grants. There's Ash. She's tired today, but still wanted to get out and get on the trail. Thank you all so much for liking the live. Ash said she doesn't feel like getting sucked up in a tornado. I agree. They just issued a tornado watch for this area. I'm okay, thanks. Just relaxing and gonna get ready to make dinner. Oh yeah, it would be about dinner time. Other than this section, it's been okay for the stroller. But this section's like all rocky. Butterfly right there, cruising around. Oh really, you better get home safe before the tornadoes start to touch down. Well, thankfully it's just a watch. Otherwise we would be really hustling. Greetings, Richard, says Grants. And friends, I want to take a minute to say thank you to our channel members also. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Grants, we'll make you a standard mod, my friend, since you seem to be here quite often for our live streams. Welcome to the moderator team. A faint hint of sunlight over there before we went back down onto the trail. Downhill, I went out on a nice country drive with my friend last week. How I miss it so much. Now I live in a city and not in the country anymore. It really does make a difference, Richard. You are absolutely right about that. So right. City life, I've done both because I lived in St. Louis, in Missouri, for quite a while, and it makes a huge difference. Even suburban versus the city. And then, you know, Ash and I don't live in the city by any means anymore, so HR is a little grumpy. Signal for a second in that spot. Looks like you hit a dead spot for internet signal. Yeah, there for a second, for whatever reason. On the way out, we didn't even hit that. It was not like that on the way out to the viewpoint. Lost signal at all. 53 minutes we've been out here on the trail, and we're already on the way back, so I can tell you, friends, have you been out for long? We've been live for 53 minutes. So we got out of the car a couple minutes before that, so not long. The other thing I want to do is drive to the end of the park road and just see what's out there. Miss Nancy is here. Hi, Nancy, welcome in our treasured home. Miss Nancy, friends, is got to be one of the kindest people that I have met on YouTube. She, first of all, posts fantastic content at home, recipes. She has 2 different channels. She just wrote a cookbook. She's one of our favorites to watch. I recommend her to all of you. Truly, we do appreciate you. I'm happy we found you, Miss Nancy. We ran into your channel, and we've been watching you for a few months now. Crazy to think how fast the time goes. We were just out at the main viewpoint of this trail, and now we're heading back. I'm glad y'all are here also. We're heading back because they issued a tornado watch while we were out there, Miss Nancy. Oh, cool. I will have to check her channel out. I can hardly believe it's April. I know. Just crazy. The time is flying. And here in Wisconsin, it still feels, I mean, today it's warm. There is a cold front that's howling in today with these storms. Oh my goodness, y'all be safe. Yep, we're going to do our best. We're heading. I know this year by. Nancy said, there's some views over that way for you, Miss Nancy, as we walk by. Baby Shar with us today. We are getting the storms tomorrow. Everybody's been getting storms. Break Barrel was here. He was saying that storms in New York. I know Tammy and Jeff, Nancy, they were out walking yesterday, and they got themselves into quite the storm too. Can see Baby Shar rattling around a little bit on this rocky section of the trail. Thank you all so much for the likes. We truly appreciate that. As we head back, we'll get to the end of the park road and see what's out there. Oh wow, we got nothing yesterday. Yeah, I don't know where they were, but they really got into a downpour yesterday on their live stream. Richard, my other channel is Allergy Friendly Cooking. And let me tell you, Richard, she makes some good stuff over there. I had a really good time in her live the other night. She was trying to make like homemade Coca-Cola, and it didn't turn out how she wanted it to, but it was still fun watching the process. And I know you're gonna get it, Miss Nancy. One of these days. You know how it goes with all those recipes. You just never know what you're getting yourself into. Sometimes they're all a little different. Last night, Ash was at work, Nancy. I made her some chicken tortilla soup for her to come home to. So she was pretty happy about that. It was so funny, yeah. I remember you saying it kind of was like root beer. Cool, that sounds good. Yeah, it was pretty tasty. I think even she liked it. Sweet, thank you, Richard. Okay, I subbed to Our Treasured Home. Richard's great too, Miss Nancy. We met him over in Miss Daisy May's community. She's another wonderful soul, and she is so kind and friendly. She's one of our channel members, and she makes great content as well with her viewers. Daisy May is my favorite channel. Totally understand why. She's right along with Miss Nancy, one of the kindest people I've met on YouTube. Miss Nancy, we're gonna meet, we'll meet Jeff and Tammy this year also at the M26 meetup that's going on up in Michigan. So I know that they were saying they've had the chance to meet you. We'll be meeting up with them in September. She really is. She got me past this last year. That's amazing, Richard. I'm sorry that the last year was so difficult, but it's great that we all have friends that we can count on, you know, people in our corner. It's not that it was difficult, just my depression took a bad turn. I got you. I hear you. More than you know. I understand what you mean with that, my friend. I totally do. Ash can speak for that also. Oh my goodness, Richard, I understand, says Nancy. You know how it can be with mental health. Sometimes you're doing good and other times you're down. I totally get it. And partly coupling, the life we live with all of our kiddos and the stressful job with that. It's like you said, life goes on. But there are those times where it goes from, good to bad or good to being down sometimes. Yes, indeed, I always take a break and seek the Lord more. Absolutely, Miss Nancy. Absolutely. Richard, so when Miss Nancy goes live, you always know something's going to happen. Something's always going down there. Wild West Nomad said, hey, Whitcombs, how are you today? We're doing well, my friend. We're on our way back on this trail here at Great River Bluff State Park. We went out to one of the viewpoints of the mighty Mississippi River. And now, while we were out there, they issued a tornado watch. So we're like, oh, we probably should at least get back to the car. So we're doing well. How's things going with you, my friend? LOL, I giggle at everything, and yep, never a dull moment. Couldn't have said it better. We've seen the tow truck roll up in Miss Nancy's live. We've heard some pew pews at Miss Nancy's live. You just never know. Hello, Wild West Nomad. Richard says it's always fun to have a giggle. Yes, it is. All that matters is that you're having fun and enjoying your day. At the end of the day, that is what matters. You got it, Richard. Nomad says, hey to Richard. Nancy says, yep, laugh out loud. Baby Char's going for a ride here on the stroller. Going through the rocky section of the trail. It's like an oak hickory woodland here, friends, in this section of the trail. But the other side almost looks like just pine forest. Just Ash and the baby with me today. The baby's in for a bumpy ride. Well, see, I don't even remember it being this rocky the whole way. I mean, part of it was, but a big section of this trail wasn't like this. You got that right, Richard. Now I am making sure the grass people don't cut my flowers. Oh, I got you. I got you, Miss Nancy. They already have to cut the lawn there. See, we don't have that yet. But then it's like we live in an HOA, and it's really not a bad HOA. They're really reasonable. However, they like to try and mow the lawn every day. They're always mowing something, whether it's the fields or the lawn. They're always doing something. And we got to move the water table for the boys and the splash pad that we put out for them, when it gets warmer, the hose, the chairs, the fire pit. We got to move that the Traeger grill. We have to move it every 5 minutes because it seems like they want to mow every couple of days. I don't even have grass in my yard. It's all concrete. Oh, well, that's good and bad, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Then the kids would always be falling on it, Richard. Especially Oliver, the middle child. You know he's going to tumble. And then the thing about Ollie is he likes to, when he gets up, go down the stairs with his blanket and his pillow. He likes to bring everything with him. Yeah, he brings everything from his bed when he gets up.
He carries a blanket everywhere.
Ash said he's kind of like Linus. He likes to carry all that down the stairs, so we have to make sure he doesn't take a tumble down the stairs. Nice, I bet you have some amazing and wonderful evenings around the fire pit. Well, every time we've tried to put a fire out there recently, there's either been a storm or it's been so cold and windy that we haven't even been able to get it going. But yeah, hopefully soon. I was like that as a kid too. I took my Snoopy blanket and soft toys with me downstairs when I woke up too. And Mike's Adventure Sparks is here with us. Hey Mike, how are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well today. We decided on Great River Bluffs State Park. Yep, watch out for the rain, yep. We're actually on our way back from the overlook we were at, because they issued a tornado watch while we were out there. So we're like, oh, we probably should start heading back. Charlie Brown was one of my favorite cartoons, Richard said. Richard said, hello, Mike. Mike said, yes, it's been an amazing day. The weather's fantastic. Weather's absolutely fantastic. Ash says it's hot. Well, she's also in long sleeves and sweatpants. The car said 70. No, the car said 77 when we were rolling up here into the park. But see, it's supposed to go down into the 20s tonight. It's been gloomy here, Richard says. Rain on and off. Thank you for the likes, for 15 likes. We truly appreciate that. And I did record a little on the camera, so I might turn that into a short members only for you guys, especially at that main overlook. It's been, Mike says hey to Richard. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on our walk at another great Minnesota State Park. The tree's howling next to us. I thought it was an owl. Nancy says hi to Mike. Miss Nancy, Mike is wonderful too. I don't know if you encountered him in your channel. You guys should definitely connect. I don't remember this. Do you being like that? I made some shorts of my country drive, Richard said. Oh, that would be...
Maybe I was just doing it and I didn't realize.
That would be lovely. Nancy says, awesome, I definitely will. So Miss Nancy goes live later at night, Mike, and she does like home videos. Two different channels. Wonderful channel she has. Your heart's racing? Mm-hmm. The other day we were out walking and Ash says, I've grown lazy. I don't like to go uphill anymore. Now we're coming back in to the section of pines. So here we go. I'll show you guys the park map. It's right out here on the left. This is the pine forest. Troy Sutton is here. Hey there, y'all great folks. Blessings from Southeast West Virginia. And Mago May is here. Welcome in, friend. Good to see you, Mago. Mike says hey to Nancy. We're on a state park adventure today, Troy and Mago. So we parked here on the park road, but you can drive up. They have a camp, primitive group camp there. East overlook, south overlook, north overlook. We went out to King's Bluff. So that's the notable one that we got to today. Richard Mike says hello to Migo and Troy, and Migo says hey to Richard. So they have a shelter. What is the bicycling thing? Bicycle touring camp. That looks like it's down by the road, though. Okay. Trying to see why there's 3 trails that go off here. Yeah. So we'll go back this way, and then we'll drive the rest of the park road and show you what it has. A bicycle touring camp. What is that? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, it doesn't just say, like, bike trail. It says a touring camp. Mike, have you ever been to this state park before? Down here in Winona? Mike lives close to us, Nancy and Richard, so we've been to a lot of the same places. So I find myself asking him a lot if he's been to the places that we're touring. Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard of a bicycle touring camp. But here you go, friends. Here's the pine forest. Oh, that's cool. Have you ever had a meetup? So we're planning it. We're gonna get together here. I used to be a state park ranger in South Carolina. Where are y'all at? We are in southeastern Minnesota at Great River Bluffs State Park. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, Nancy says. I met up with 2 YouTubers so far, Richard says. I'm in Manchester, United Kingdom. I did know you were in the UK from Daisy May's live, Richard, but thank you for sharing that with everybody. Yep, Troy, we are in Minnesota today. We live in Wisconsin, but we come over to Minnesota because we live so close, and we explore both states. But not only Minnesota and Wisconsin. We pretty much go anywhere. We were just in Chicago. We were just in Milwaukee. We're going M26. That's the YouTubers meetup in Michigan. That's happening at the end of September this year. So we'll be at that meetup. And that's official. We have the campsite booked and everything. Todd says hey to Richard. Richard says hey, Todd. Good to see you. Yeah, the humidity's up because of the storm. Migo May says hey to Todd. Awesome stuff. Will you do a live together? So I've been chatting, Richard, with a lot of the people that go to the meetup. And everybody's advice has been to make sure that I have plenty of fully charged batteries. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of lives and collaborations and that sort of stuff going on. Todd says, doing great. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Todd. Lovely to see you, friend. Richard says, happy Friday. We're heading back to the car so we can do the rest of the park road here. We appreciate you all being here on our journey. Our new channel motto is every trip tells our story. Well, this one we're trying to not tell a story of getting stuck in a tornado, so we're trying to get back to the car. Sounds like it's going to be a fun adventure for y'all. I really do hope so. I think we're going to meet a lot of great people. I'm glad to finally catch a live. There's some fungi for you, friends. Yeah, we're glad that you're here, Richard. With our healthcare schedules, it's kind of hard to plan our lives out because we work different days. So we don't have the same days off every week. So it becomes kind of difficult to say, have a Thursday night at 8 p.m. live. We can't do that every week. So it's always a pleasure to join in such a peaceful and relaxed live with amazing host. Well, thank you, Richard. You're very kind. We appreciate that. We're going to be getting back to the car soon. I was supposed to be at a YouTube meetup right now at Lake Tenkiller, Oklahoma, but life said different. Yep, I hear you there. I'm sorry you couldn't make it, Troy. I wonder if there's a lot. I'm trying to think if we have a lot of folks that would be down there that would go to Tenkiller in our community. Huh. Because I've heard about it from other folks before, but I'm sorry that you didn't get to go. Same, I was supposed to be at one down in Texas, but I was recently in the hospital, change of plans. We're happy that you're doing better though, Mike. I hope that's keeping up, my friend. You still feeling okay? Life has a way of throwing those curveballs at you when you think you know what's coming, you know. And Mike from Out and About with Mike is here, so we got two Mikes in the house. How are you today, Mike? How's it going over there in Ohio? Mike says yes, feeling much better. Richard says hello, Out and About. Out and About with Mike, another great channel. Lots of great people in this community. Glad to hear you're feeling better, Mike, says Richard. We're on a state park adventure, Mike, and we got out to the overlook where we could see the Mississippi River, and the National Weather Service said, here's a tornado watch. So we said, oh, well, it's probably a good time to get back then. Thank you all for the likes. We truly appreciate that. And of course, just thank you all for being here. We couldn't do this without you. Each and every one of you means so much to us. But see what I mean? This part of the trail, friends, is all grassy compared to where we were prior, when it was all rocks. We want to get back to the car and drive to the end of the park road at least so I can see what else is here before we run back to Wisconsin. Over here it looks almost more like a pine forest compared to all the oak and the hickory that you saw on the other side. It's good to see the world through another person's life and perspective. You know, I feel the same way, Richard, when I'm watching, you know, anybody's channel. That's a great way to look at it, my friend. You know, if we're with Mike or we're with Jeff and Tammy. Mike sent a gold coin. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Mike sent 8 gold coins. Thank you so much, my friend. And Susie is here. Hey, Susie, good to see you, my friend. How are you? It means I can travel to some amazing locations without getting up of my seat. Richard says hey to Susie. Yes, you got it, Richard. That's exactly right. We will take you. We'll take you wherever you want to go, my friend. Thank you so much, Mike, for the gold coins. We truly appreciate that. Susie says hey to Richard. How's things going, Susie? Did you get all your uploads figured out, my friend? See, we'll show you the map again here. I don't quite remember what this confluence takes us to. So we're right there. We're almost back to the parking lot. No, I've been working on recording videos and getting a video schedule for tomorrow. I got you. Okay. So we'll go up to the end of the park road and take a look at some of the other viewpoints if they're close. Mike says hey to Susie. Well, I'll be looking out for it, Susie. Looking out for a video. I'll keep my eye on it, on the notifications. Just Ash and baby Shar with me today, Susie. She's pushing the stroller. The wind's starting to pick up because we got a cold front rolling in. That main viewpoint that we went to, I recorded a few video clips at, so I'll probably post those as a members only little quick video for you guys. Awesome stuff, Susie. Good luck. Susie's another fantastic channel, friends, and for those of you that don't subscribe to her, she is very close to 1,000 subscribers, like at 960. So if any of you are interested in van life content, Susie does trivia every Tuesday and Thursday night also. Wonderful channel, and she's very close to that 1,000 subscribers, so check her out if you haven't, friends. Richard says I will go do it now. Thank you so much, Richard. We appreciate that. She's a great friend of our channel. Richard says, cool, I do trivia on Sundays. I got you. Okay. That would be fun. No more cold fronts, all warm weather. Yeah, we can hope, right? Stuff is just now barely starting to flower up. Susie says, oh, Brandon, you're so nice. Well, Susie, you're so kind to us and always helping to support our channel. It's Lil Toilet is here. Welcome in, It's Lil Toilet. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. Yeah, the trivia lives are really fun. A lot of the folks from the community pop in. And it's a good time. Susie does a great live over there. I'll have to go check you out, Richard, Susie said. Almost back to the car. We'll drive the rest of the park road and see what there is. The storm still hasn't rolled in yet. Hold their bottle and watch this. Richard said, all done, Susie. Richard, thank you for going and subscribing to her channel. We really do appreciate that. Thank you all so much for 20 likes. We truly appreciate that as well. Coming back out to another one of the prairies. That's how you know we're right by the park road. Little patches of blue sky. But don't let that fool you. There's a cold front and a storm coming. Richard says hello to its little toilet. "21 likes. Thank you all so much. Susie sent 100. Thank you so much, my friend. We appreciate that. It's no problem at all. We're all here to support one another. Exactly, Richard. It takes all of us, my friend. There she is. She's like, I gotta cover my face. And we made it back to the car, friends. Right in front of us. Richard, I went and subscribed to your channel, and I will check it out later after I get back from taking my dad to dinner. Yep, it's his birthday tomorrow, Susie was saying. Happy early birthday again, Susie, to your father. Richard says she's camera shy. Sometimes she is, sometimes she isn't. It depends on the day, Richard. Nancy says, yes, indeed. Oh, Sunday's his birthday. Okay, I don't know how I got that one confused. Encountering rattlesnakes. Southeastern Minnesota is home to the timber rattlesnakes. Though rare, you may encounter one along the trail. And that, my friends, was King's Bluff Trail. We're going to get on this road here and head to the end of the park road, and we'll see what's over there. Thanks, Susie. Have a wonderful dinner with your dad. Happy early birthday to your dad. Oh, really? Better watch your step. I like these little communities. Sometimes you become more like a family. Truly, Troy, you couldn't have said it any better. You could not have said it any better. Susie said it's all good, Brandon. I don't know where this trail goes, though. I can go look at the sign again. It's just right here. I don't think there's any rattlesnakes out today, but I could be shocked by one, I guess. Nancy says hey to Troy and Susie, and hey to Toilet. So eventually it goes not anywhere fast. And about 121 yards, there should be 120 yards, there should be an orange and blue trail on your right. Hunting State Land. Hello, welcome in, friends. Happy to have you here. We actually already walked this entire trail. We're going to go to the end of the park road. and see. We're just going to follow the road now and look at the other overlooks. Good to see you, hunting state land. Happy to have you here. Susie says hey to Nancy. Troy says hey to Nancy. And Richard says hello to hunting state land. If you follow that trail, there's an old foundation on the left, early 1600s. If I go back this way you're talking about, state land? Susie says hey. Interesting. Or this trail. Or that trail. That sounds very interesting and cool, state land. Because we got 3 options here. We got that way. We've got that way. And we've got that way. Because we've already walked this way. That's pretty cool though. I didn't really look for a foundation. I didn't know that was out here. Thank you all so much for the likes, 22 likes. We appreciate all of you. I got to get the stroller packed up so we could go to the end of the park road. So you're from up in this area then, state land. Just popping in, didn't realize I was so late. Hope you are all doing well. Lori, hello friend, wonderful to see you. Lori's another wonderful friend of the channel. Great to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. I'm gonna pack the stroller up. You're all right. We're not done yet. We're gonna go to the end of the park road here and investigate a little. And I just dropped Ash's sunglasses on the ground, so that's wonderful. This is the first time I've been able to catch y'all's live. I gotta get here. Oh, the confusions of the traveling. Bye, everyone. Be safe, and thanks again, Brandon and Ash, for your kind words. Absolutely, Miss Susie. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Mike says hi to Lori. Susie says hey to Troy. Lori says hi to Richard. Richard says me too, Troy. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna get. I dropped her sunglasses. And now we'll get to the end of the park road. All right, we made it to the car, friends. Lori said, hey, Mike, I didn't see ya. All right. Baby Charlotte's staring at me as she's eating. Hi. Hi, baby. So that's the view from the car. 74 degrees out. I don't know when this storm's going to hit because it said 2 to 3 o'clock it was going to start, but I'm still seeing patches of blue up there. Jacob is here. Welcome in, Jacob. I'm eating my lunch and watching So Kind of Quiet. Are you working today then, Mike, or what? There she is. Hi. Richard says, bye, Susie. Have a blessed day. You guys are even going to get Ash to hold the camera. I'm gonna go to the end of the road, Char Char.
It's fine. Just gotta check the factory. You see the mirror?
All right, off we go to the end of the park road. A very good view, though. Ash has got the camera now, friends, so if anything's wrong with it, don't blame me. Gonna see if you can go up here and park. Main campground and picnic grounds. I think picnic grounds sounds good. Gotta be where the viewpoints are, right? Restricted area, do not trespass. Pets must be on leash. And this looks like, let's see what we... Bye, Susie. Have a blessed day. It should be there in a minute. We had rain lunch. No, I took the day off so I could have 3 days off. I wish we had trails like this near me. I'd be out walking every day. Nice, Mike, with a long weekend while it lasts. Yes, I will. You got any plans, Mike? Try and go fishing again. That's a great idea, Mike. So there's the other car that was here. Let's see what we got. Here, let's walk. Picnic area. Another sign about rattlesnakes. Another place for you to pay your $7 vehicle permit. All right, $35 year-round. That I don't have one for Minnesota. I have one for Wisconsin. We need to do that. Get the year-round Minnesota. I haven't been fishing in like 8 years, Richard said. Trespass, do not, restricted area, do not enter. Well, let's go this way then. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're heading out to see what's out this way. We got some picnic tables here. Trail. That's all it says is trail. It's not a bad price, to be fair. Yeah, well, it's $35 for the year. So I don't mind that at all. That's not a bad price, like you said. But look, Mike, we still got blue skies. Lee Smith is here. Welcome in, Lee Smith. How are you, my friend? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Trail. Let's go this way. Lee said, lovely day. It's about 74 right now, according to the car. And they say that we're supposed to get some storms, so I don't know. Let's look at the map. Not too bad, thank you. Richard, or Lee says hello to Richard. There's an overlook both ways. Let's go to the north overlook then. You guys can see the water down there. Wow, no blue skies up here. And that's crazy, Mike, because we're not that far from you. How are you, Mr. Whitcomb? I'm doing well today, Lee. I thought we were going to get some severe weather, but it hasn't moved in yet. So we wanted to get out before the storm comes in. That's crazy. It's only 37 right now, and you're probably 3 hours away. And it's 74 here, Mike. That's wild. That's crazy. Like you said, looks like a nice walk. Yeah, this is our second trail we've been on today. The first one led to a beautiful viewpoint of the Mississippi, and that's what you guys will see here, the mighty Mississippi River. Now it says there's overlooks. So we'll see what we've got. Look at it like this. If you was to go once a month, that's $84. So you would save $49 and go once a week or more. Exactly, my friend. You're exactly right, Richard. Well, the Wisconsin state parks are more expensive. They're like, it's like $14 for a day pass. So, and their yearly's only $25. That was interesting. I used to love walking through the woods near where I used to live. No idea what it's like now. They didn't really take care of it back then. So God knows what it's like now. That's the thing, too. You just never know if we're going to keep these areas wild and taken care of. Some kind of a viewpoint here, friends. So let's see what we got. Friends, if you just joined, be sure to like the live. We truly appreciate it. It's an easy way for you guys to help us get out to other people that love traveling and adventure. I used to do 25 to 35 mile walks out in the countryside when I was a bit younger. Oh, that's great, Richard. That's amazing. Oh, look at this. Look at this, friends. Oh my goodness. Mississippi River and Black River Delta. Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railroad. You can see all the information there. Mississippi River, 9 foot deep navigation channel. I'd love to get out and walk like this, but I'm housebound as a career, don't get much chance if at all. I'm sorry, Lee. Well, I'm glad we can help bring you to some places, my friend. Richard says, wow, what a stunning view. Lee says, sweet. Wow, this is just one of the overlooks. I think this overlook is superior to the other one that we went to. Lori says, beautiful. Thank you for being here, Lori. We appreciate you. 24 likes. Thank you all so much. Getting the other camera out here also. Did you happen to also pass some solar fields on your way there? I can't say I was paying attention that well, Mike. I'm sorry, my friend. So this is the north overlook here. At Great River Bluffs State Park in southeastern Minnesota. What a view. And all this severe weather that's coming, friends, it doesn't even look like it here. That's crazy. On a clear day, can you imagine how far you could see? They got a navigation channel out there. Now I feel like I'm starting to hear a little rumble of thunder that's supposed to be kicking in. The trail walks right up to this overlook. And as you guys saw, this isn't far from the parking lot. Picnic benches and everything in this area. Beautiful spot. Glad to be able to share it with you. Mike says that's awesome. Let me scroll up here a little bit. Let me close the camera lens on the other camera. Minty Cactus says, I am on my way to work. Just saw that you were live. Hit the like button. Gotta go. Have an amazing day. Well, thank you for liking the live, Minty. We appreciate it, friend. Mike says, I love that view. It's incredible up here. It's awesome that you care for someone, Lee, and I'm sorry you can't do the things you love, but you are making someone's day much easier. The world needs more people like you. I couldn't have said it better, Richard. Absolutely. If you look down to the left, there's a campground along the river. I lived there for about 3 months. Oh, right there you're talking, Mike? Right there, kind of, there's some kind of a, I don't know if that's a boat down there. Hello, Minty Cactus. I'm known as Minty on YouTube. LOL, my actual channel name is Mint Chocolate. Oh, goodness, Richard. Got me laughing, my friend. I'm not complaining, Richard. Wouldn't have it any other way. That's life. Really, Mike, how was that? I'm glad you feel that way, Lee. Richard, it's a wonderful place to live. I had my boat out on the river most every day. Nice, Mike. Do you miss it? 26 likes. Thank you all so much. Well, if you see the solar fields around there, I probably built them. I was there about 6 years ago for 4 months. Oh, wow, Mike. Wow. Thank you for what you do, Mike. Have a lovely day, everyone. Enjoy your walk. Thank you, Lee, for being here, friend, and thank you for stopping by and liking the live and coming in to chat with us. So over here is Holman, Wisconsin. So Wisconsin is over on the other side of this waterway, and this is Minnesota. So you guys can see how close we are. Also, the Black River is out there. Have a lovely day, everyone. Enjoy your walk. Have a great day, Lee. I used to care for my grandma for 7 years before she passed, and I found her sat in her chair. I'm sorry you had to experience that, Richard. Take care, Lee. Stay blessed, buddy. Well, let's go to the other overlook then. Let's see. Let's see what that other overlook looks like. Take care, Lee. Stay blessed, says Richard. I love how kind everybody's being to each other. Thank you all so much for the camaraderie and chatting. I take care of my mother, dreading that day, I can tell you. Yeah, I can't even fathom that, Lee, honestly. I am right there with you. Oh, it's something you never want to think about, but it's like something that's on your mind at the same time. Tuber Chat is here. Welcome in, Tuber Chat. Great to see you, friend. How are you? And Tom Hawk. Thanks, Tom Hawk, for stopping by. Lee says, take care now, all the best. It's part of life. We get through it eventually. Yes, it was hard to start with, but I managed to pull through. Tuber Chat said, share it on Reddit. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support, my friend. Something's walking around over there. Can't see it, but something's walking around. Richard says, hello, Tom. Mike says, hello, Tuber Chat. Richard says, hello, Tuber Chat. And Tuber Chat says hello to Richard, Lee, and Mike. You guys can kind of see the Mississippi River poking through the tree line there. Gonna go to this other overlook. Troy says hey to Tuber Chat. 28 likes, thank you all so much. Truly appreciate that. I love that the green is starting to poke up. Richard said, I'll tell you something. My legs haven't felt this good on a long walk in so long. They're feeling good, Richard? Well, I'm happy you could join me on the long walk today, friend. Probably about, no, we're over 2 miles because that was the first trail we did was 1.3 each way. So, that was over 2.5 miles, and then now we're doing this little section. Look at that. Broke right off there. Richard said, strain free. Yes, my friend, you got it. So where is the other viewpoint? What a park this is. Yeah, Mike, you'll have to get down here and explore, my friend. It's definitely worth it. I think you said you used to work down here too. All right, South Overlook. Off we go. For winter. Okay, so it's right down here somewhere. Kind of walk on the edge the whole way. I still can't believe it's sunny on this side, Mike. I'm actually shocked. You can tell where it's going to move in. You should have brought a wakeboard on wheels with a kite and let the wind take you down the tree. Oh, goodness, Richard. I should have. You're right. Out this way. Welcome in, everyone. Remember to like the live if you're new. If you're new, don't hesitate to subscribe and share the channel. We appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. All right, off we go. Let's find this other overlook. Beautiful, beautiful park. Tuber Chat says hey to Troy. Tuber Chat is a legend himself. A great supporter of small channels and the community. A big part of the YouTube community for sure. Lori, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. A $20 super chat. Oh, Lori, you just made my day. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the channel, my friend. You guys can see. I'm sorry if the wind's getting to you. What a view. We're not even to the overlook. But just through the tree line there. Thank you again so much, Lori. That means the world to us. You two are such an inspiration. That's very kind. Ash is in the car. I'll have to tell her. And there's Sonia. Hey, Sonia, welcome in. Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to the live tonight. We figured we'd get on an adventure before it's time for Robert and you later tonight. How are you today, Sonia? You and Jim doing okay? We're out exploring another state park here. Friday. Ice cream Friday, as Sonia always says. Mike says hello to Sonia. Richard says hey to Sonia. Sonia says Jim will be doing the live tonight. I have laryngitis. Oh my goodness. Sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you start to feel a little better, my friend. Let's get over to this overlook and see what it looks like. Bee flying around. It's nice to see. Sonia says hi, all. Oh wow, this is going to be a cool one up here. Richard says get well soon. Sonia says the pollen did it. It started yesterday. There's a bench here I can sit and show you this one, friends. The mighty Mississippi River down below us. What a cool place. I really didn't, I had reasonably high expectations for this state park, friends. But like I've been totally wowed by the place. It's like a picturesque postcard view. I agree, Richard. I'm totally wowed by this. The Mississippi is really so scenic. That King's Bluff trail that we did today that we showed you guys, you can see kind of right there just how far up we are. Ash says we need to go. Okay, I'll make my way back then. I'm at this overlook and then I'll turn. There's a tornado warning. Richard says hey to Ash. It's a great place to take the boat to. There you go, friends. At the final overlook. Here's the walk up to it. It's actually looking green over here. Can't even believe it. The waters of the valley run clear, and the wild spirits of the woods watch over the Whitcomb family. May you walk in balance with the land. Gotta go. We're jeeping to the campground soon. See you. Bring your friends. All right, Sonia, we'll see you in the live later, my friend. I got to head back. There you go, friends. There was that last... That was the last... Well said, Stateland. I totally agree with you there. Absolutely. Ash said we got to go with tornado warning. All right, I'm hustling. I'm not that far away, dear. Time to go, friends. We're not getting sucked up today. You can see the views as we walk back. Hit the road, Jack. You got it. Some weirdos are coming back there, Ash says. Honey, since you're here, Lori Soul Circle, that's one of our channel members. She gave us a $20 super chat. So since you're here, I want to say thank you to her. There's another view. There's the view, friends. Just wait. Oh, goodness. Ash says thank you to Lori. Richard says amazing. Can't even make it up, friends. I gotta run. I gotta run back because of this tornado warning, but it's actually a warning now, huh, dear? Augusto Angulo. Hello, hello, good afternoon. How are you? Greetings from Cali, Colombia to all. Augusto, hello, friend. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yes, it is getting windy. I'm getting out of here. I'm almost back to the picnic tables. Happy to have you here, Augusto. Thank you for joining us on our adventure today. Hurley is here. Hurley's Garden Outdoors. Good afternoon, Whitcombs in chat. Hey, Hurley, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. I'm heading back to the car because Ash said they just issued a tornado warning for this area. Richard says hello to Hurley and Augusto. Skiing trail goes down that way. All right. Just about back to the car. Rain day so early, off Friday, woohoo. Northeast Iowa. Just had a quick tornado and thunder shower, another round tonight. Yep. We got some pretty strong weather coming, my friend. So they say. But we've been here for a couple hours, so nothing yet. Great to see you though, Hurley. Glad you stopped by, my friend. Hurley, we are at Bluffs State Park. Back to the car. Let me see if this fountain's working. Oh my goodness. Everyone be sure to like the live if you haven't. Hurley said, yes, sir, it's been a while.